Hey everyone, good morning. It's Michael, otherwise known as Seven Fingers. Seven. How you doing this morning? I'm doing pretty good, actually. Last couple days have been kind of rough, dealing with this weather, not good. Which is something I'm going to key in on right now. Somebody, when I was at Walmart earlier, approached me and sees how I deal. I'm upbeat, approachable, all that kind of stuff. And her husband just had an accident with a chainsaw this last winter, and he went from being a little skinny guy to having a pot belly and not wanting to do anything. And before this accident happened, he was kind of like me, active, outgoing, sort of, and all that kind of stuff. But now he's changed. He's sulky, doesn't want to do anything, more irritable, doesn't like the fact that he's got a pot belly now, all that kind of stuff. And she asked me, she's like, well, how come you can go through this? Because she saw me prior to this also. And she's like, how can you go through something like that and not change? You're still the same person that you were before it, mentally, if not physically, because I've lost like 34 pounds of muscle or something like that so far. And I told her it's a state of mind. He's allowed himself to become like that. The accident didn't do it. It was the reason, maybe, or the precursor to it, but he didn't face it the right way. So that's the theme for today. Facing our problems the right way. Facing what happens to us in the right way. Last time I did a video, I talked about processing and how to change, in the very beginning. Everything that you do, more or less, is a mindset. It starts with your brain. People don't realize that your brain controls a lot of your body. What I'm talking about there is people who are depressed all the time, people that have anxiety a lot, social situations, all that kind of thing, usually, and you can look this up, it's true, usually have worse health problems, or more health problems, not necessarily worse, but more health problems than somebody who is outgoing, positive, all that kind of thing. The reason for this is because your brain is not happy. Your brain, your psyche, is not happy. So it doesn't make your body happy. That's the thing. Make your brain change what it's going through. Processing is the big thing. When I had this happen, my first thought, as I'm holding it, kneeling on the ground, I looked at it, saw how gruesome it was, and right then, I set my mind. I told myself, I'm looking for my dog. I'm not looking for cops or anything. Don't worry. I told myself, Michael, you have to keep it together. You can't pass out, even though you want to. You can't throw up, even though you want to. Because if you throw up, it's going to hurt more. You're going to be more miserable. If you pass out, you can't talk to people and tell them, anything. And you don't know if the guy that's standing over there is going to save you. So you have to keep it together. You got to be able to process. You have to be able to tell people what's going on, how you feel, all that kind of thing. So when he came up to me, the guy that I was working for, when he came up to me and said, oh my God, what can I do? I said, I need something to put over it. So he went and got me some absorbent paper towels. I put that on it. And he was freaked out. So he asked me if I could drive myself to the hospital. And I said, well, I can, but, and before I could say anything else, he's like, oh my God, I can't believe I just asked you that, because he was freaking out. So he drove me to the hospital, and I called my fiance and told her, what was going on. And walked myself into the hospital, told the lady behind the desk real calmly, this is what happened. I cut my fingers off my hand, and I had my hand like this and right away she got concerned and almost, out of place. So she looked at the nurse behind her and told her, take him back there now. Okay. As they're doing all this, I kept telling myself, reaffirming is good. It's necessary. Don't pass out. Keep it together. You can do this. They took me into the room. I laid down. The nurse came in. She was an older lady. This is a smaller hospital. She's an older lady. She came in. She took the absorbent paper towels off, looked at it. Her first thing that she said is, oh my God. Pretty much threw the paper towels back on it and ran out the room. This is a professional, people. But she freaked out. She lost her ability to think, to process. She allowed her brain to control her. So she ran out of the room. They came back in. Her, another nurse, and the doctor came back in and put the first IV in wrongly. It didn't work. So they tried another IV. They couldn't get it in properly. Then they finally did, but as they were hanging the bag on the little tree thing, they broke it. Not the bag, the tree thing. So I'm watching this. And I stopped everybody. I said, okay, everybody, stop. We need to calm down. You guys are professionals. You know what you're doing, but you're letting yourself get off kilter by the situation. You need to breathe. Don't do anything. Calm. Breathe. You know what you're doing. You're trained for this. You're emergency room people. So let's just breathe. I'm not going anywhere. So let's just go through the process. You know how to put in an IV. You know how to hang the bag. You know all these things. So let's just calm down. Okay, now that everybody's a little bit calmer and sees that I'm calm, let's get this guy some meds. And from that point on, they were able to do their job properly. They were able to focus. Their brains were back in sync with what they were supposed to be doing. Now, this isn't a trick that you can use necessarily. I mean, it kind of is. It's not hugely difficult for the most part after you get yourself able to do it. But you have to stop right then, right when you feel or hear that little thing in your head and your heart going, you have to stop. Calm. Breathe. Process what's going on. Look at it. Go, I can do this. This is something I know about. This is something I've done for X amount of time. This is not a new thing per se. And then do it. Same thing with this. I get up every day because I make myself. I don't allow myself to become stagnant, unmoving. Within 15 to 20, 25, 30 minutes after I got out of my first surgery, I was out of bed, walking, going to the bathroom on my own. Because I knew that if I laid there and allowed myself to become dormant, I would not get back up. It would take me a lot more to be able to get out of that mindset and do what I normally do. So I knew Get up, go to the bathroom on your own, get up, do what you can to keep moving so you're not just laying there. And I was in the hospital for 16 days, people. Major pain, major agony, the whole 9 yards. And I kept forcing myself to get up, to go outside, because the doctor signed a waiver to say that I could. Everybody in the hospital that saw me, it changed their process and their view on some stuff, because they see this guy who's had a fairly decently bad accident in a good mood every day. Cheerful, helpful, up and moving around. When I had been there for probably 2 weeks, I think, give or take. The director of that part of the hospital, I'd seen her several times in her office or walking around. Never talked to her, though. I was going outside to smoke a cigarette or to get some coffee or food or something. I can't remember exactly. But I was walking down the hall, and she stopped me. And she said, I know we've never talked or anything, but I've seen you a lot. I just wanted to tell you that you're an inspiration for not only the people that work here, but our patients that see you. You inspire people by how you are. And you probably don't even try. But I want to tell you, I appreciate it. It's noticed. And you're kind of a, breath of fresh air type thing. Please don't change that. That's the thing. Don't change that. So you need to put your mindset to whatever's going wrong, change it. Whatever your mental health issue or anything like that, if you don't like it, if you like being depressed, then okay. If you like being anxious about things, then okay. If you like being angry all the time, upset all the time, okay. Then that's you. Do you. If you don't, which I hope you don't, but like I said, do you. If you don't, change it. Mentally tell yourself, I'm going to change this. I don't like this anymore. I'm changing it. Now, not tomorrow, not the next day, not a week from now, not when I get my paycheck. Now, today. Every single day, I tell myself, get out of bed. Don't let the pain keep you from doing this, or this. Now, I can't work out all the time like I want to because of the pain and stuff like that when it's bad weather and stuff like that. Hey, baby. So there's some things that you might not do because of certain things. But even on those days, I still get up. I still do stuff around the house that I generally do. I still go out, Walmart, walk around, drive around, stuff that I enjoy doing. Not that I actually enjoy Walmart per se. People watch a lot and just, look at what's in there. But the point is, I'm not at home. I'm not in my bed. I'm forcing myself to break through whatever it is that's going on and keep going. It's not easy by any means. I'm not even going to lie. I have really, really bad days. But I don't allow those bad days to keep me where they want to keep me. I keep myself where I want myself to be. You guys can do the exact same thing. It's difficult. People don't like difficult. They like easy. Suck it up. This is a fast food society. Everybody wants it now. They want this happy pill. Oh, doc, I need some happy pill. There is no happy pill. You can't just go to the doctor or your psychologist or your psychiatrist and say, I'm XYZ and I need a happy pill. It doesn't work like that. You need to do it on your own. Through somebody else, yes, maybe. But you need to do it. They can't do it for you. I can't do it for you. Your mom and dad can't do it for you. Your brother, sister, uncle, aunt, whoever cannot do it for you. They can show you, they can work with you, they can inspire you, they can do all that kind of stuff. But until you do it on your own, you're going to remain in place. A lot of psychologists and psychiatrists are really good, but they're a little bit lazy because they don't challenge enough. They sit behind their desks and, tell me what's going on this month or this week. How you doing? Have you been able to get out of your funk and do, have you been taking your meds right? Do you need a refill? If you're having, a problem today, then, you can do this and this. People, that is lazy. They're going through the motions because they don't want to upset the balance. Yes, they know what they're talking about most of the time, I guess. And yes, those pills that they give you are for a reason, but those pills are supposed to help you to work through that reason. If you take Klonopin or something like that for anxiety, it's to help you work through the anxiety. It's not to make you happy all of a sudden or non-anxious all of a sudden. It's to help you through that anxiety. If you take pills for depression, it's to help you work through that depression. It doesn't do it for you. Nothing does. No one does. You have to do it. You have to inspire yourself or get into a situation where somebody can inspire you and you keep with that person until you can do it on your own. I get excited, yes. I get challenging, yes. Because I know you guys need challenging. You're not going to do it on your own unless you're challenged a lot of times. So, I don't sit behind a desk and have to tell you what you want to hear. I don't do that. I don't have to do that. And I refuse to do that. I'm going to challenge. I'm going to tell you stuff that you don't want to hear. Because that's what you need. Besides that, I don't need to worry about you paying me. And I don't need to worry about if you're going to come back or not. I don't need to worry about if you're going to watch my videos or not. I make my videos. If nobody watches them, okay. If nobody learns from them or wants help, contacts me, whatever, okay. I put it out there to help, to inspire, to get people to change. Because I don't want anyone to have to lessen their lives in any way if they can help it. It bothers me a lot when I see people who have abilities and don't use them, who don't need to be depressed, who don't need to be anxious, who don't need to be social. It bothers me. Way down deep inside where nobody can see, in my squishy parts, it bothers me. I want to go to them and be like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to yourself? Because you're doing it to yourself. The world around us does not give a turd about you. It doesn't. The people in your life care, but they can't do it for you. But the world in general doesn't care. It doesn't. You have to care. You have to really sit down and go, okay, I care about myself. I do. It doesn't matter if that person does, that person does, that person does, that person does. I care about myself. So I'm going to change this because I care about myself. Don't do it for your family. Don't do it for your kids. Don't do it for your husband, wife, anything, because it will be harder for you to do, for one thing, and it might not last because you're not doing it for you. You don't quit doing drugs and drinking for somebody else. You do it for you. Those people can be the catalyst, but you do it for you. Everything that is wrong in your life that you want to change, do it for you. Now, if you're in a bad marriage or an abusive situation and you have children, then do it for you and your children. In that form, you're doing it for them too. And in any other form, I guess, if you have children or husband or family members, you're kind of sort of doing it for them also. But the thing is, it has to be you. You come first. Because if you don't come first, they can't get the fullness of you. You come first. Everything else in your life comes next, because that's what they need. That's what you need. Even if I had nobody in my life that cared, I care about me. I don't let myself change from being me, because I care about me. Everybody else around me can leave, and I'm still going to be me, because I like me. I don't care about my past, and I don't care if you do, because my past is my past, my present is my present. I like my present. I love me. You need to start doing the same thing. Regardless of what you're going through, you need to love you. It starts with you. Everybody else, everything comes next. Because if you can't give your fullness to whatever you're doing, you're shorting them. You first, everything else second. If you don't love yourself, if you can't take care of yourself, then you're shorting everybody that you love, especially yourself. So, I'm going to end now. Sorry about the rant. Get done with being something you don't want to be. Stop. End of rant. I know I shout a lot. I get excited. But you need that sometimes. You need to get excited. You need to get angry with what you're doing. And you need to change it. Like I said, I don't need to talk nice. I don't need to coddle people. I don't need to be like, oh, all calm and no. I can be excited. I can challenge. So I challenge you to change. I challenge you to do what's right and best for you. Because I'm telling you, believe this. You can do it. It's hard. I'm not going to say it's easy. It is hard to change. It's sometimes scary for people to change. But it's possible. And if you're not getting the right kind of help, if you're not doing anything, or if they're not doing anything to really help, contact me. If I can inspire you through my videos, contact me. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Say something. So far, people really haven't commented on anything. Speak. Let me know. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Hit the don't like. It doesn't matter. But do something to let yourself be you and a better you. And if you can't, like I said, do it any other way, contact me. I will try to do everything I can to help you, because that's what I want to do. I want you to be a better you, because I know if you're a better you, you'll have a better life, and people around you will have better lives. So please, if you're not having any success anywhere else, contact me. Let me try. You don't have anything to lose. You have everything to gain. All right. I'm Seven Fingers, Michael. You guys have a great day, because I'm going to. Peace out.